Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Keith, and like many of you, I love the holidays. But I will submit that sometimes the anticipation of the holiday is exciting, if not more so than the holiday itself. So, for example, we've got Christmas, and for those of you who celebrate it, we've got this wonderful holiday where you get together with family. But then there's the day before Christmas, Christmas Eve, where there's so much anticipation, the Christmas baking, the wrapping, and you know who coming down the chimney. And then there's New Year's Day. And New Year's Day is great, especially if you love college football. But then there's so much chatter about New Year's Eve. Where are you going? What are you going to wear? So much excitement. And with that in mind, it brings me to Canada Day. We just celebrated here in Canada a fantastic Canada Day, our 150th celebration. And if you had the opportunity of being on Parliament Hill or watching the festivities, you would have seen our Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, the Heritage Minister Melanie Joly, the Royals, U2, a host of celebrities, fireworks, the pageantry, all of the excitement that you would expect on Canada Day. But this year we were treated to something special, something pretty exciting on Canada Day Eve. And yes, that's what I'm calling it. You see, on Canada Day Eve, we were treated to an amazing show under the stars, a concert by Moon vs. Sun. And if you're not familiar with Moon vs. Sun, allow me to enlighten you. This is the new project from Chantal Kreviazuk and her husband, Raine Maida. Now, just to take a step back, for those of you familiar with me, you know that Chantal Kreviazuk is like a big deal in my world. I absolutely adore this woman. Not only has she been ridiculously kind to me personally, but she has gifted us with the wonder of her music for the last few decades. Phenomenal. And not to be outdone, her fantastic husband, Raine Maida, who of course is part of Our Lady Peace and has done some solo work in his own right, is a fantastic musician and a great vocalist. When you hear him sing, you know it's him. He's got one of those undeniable voices. So it seemed only natural for them to come together and create some music together, and I'm so happy that they did. Keeping in the spirit of the holiday season, we got the opportunity of having a wonderful concert under the stars for free. And I feel somewhat guilty because I enjoyed it so much, I want to send them money now. We got some of Raine Maida's hits. So songs like Innocent from his time with Our Lady Peace and of course Yellow Brick Road. And Chantal treated us to some wonderful songs, including a fantastic rendition of her hit Before You and my all-time favorite Chantal Kreviazuk song, Time. Every time I hear that song, I always have to tell people, don't talk to me right now. This is my jam. I love it, and thank you so much for putting it on the playlist. But it wasn't just about some of their old stuff. It was about the new stuff. Moon vs. Sun is going to be an album that will drop in the not too distant future, but we got a little sampling of it. We got to hear songs like I'm Gonna Break Your Heart. I'm Gonna Break Your Heart might not sound like the most romantic song, but when the two of them are singing it, and when you hear the lyrics to it, and that's a tease, believe me, you're going to love this song, just like the rest of the crowd did. And another song, I Like It When You Make Me Beg. I Like It When You Make Me Beg. Again, interesting title, better song. Love the song, title makes sense, you need to hear it. This is how I think of the show. I think of the show as an amazing experience, but after, I'm a little frustrated at the two of you, and I'll tell you why. Because, to use the analogy, I love chocolate almonds. I love going to Bulk Barn and having chocolate almonds. Sometimes a little too much. And I feel like you guys went and you got like the best chocolate almonds of all time, and you gave us just a sampling of it, and now we want to go back and have more. We want that Moon vs. Sun album to drop now. I can't wait. Thank you so much for the gift of your music. The songs that you treated us to were fantastic, and I can't wait to hear more. Now, I have to say, in full disclosure, I'm saying Raine Maida, which makes sense because it's his name, but in my circle, he's usually known as Canadian McDreamy. You see, a lot of my female friends usually say the same thing. Women who've never met each other, but they all seem to say the same thing. So I'll say, hey, I'm listening to Chantal Kreviazuk, or I'm going to see Chantal Kreviazuk play, and they'll say, is she still married to Raine Maida? To which I'll say yes, to which they'll reply, man, she's lucky. So clearly, big following there. So Canadian McDreamy, thank you for coming to town. I want you guys to know that I love your work. I think that you guys are fantastic musicians, but you're better people. And Raine, I have not had the pleasure of meeting you yet, but all I know is that Chantal would not go out and marry a crazy guy. She's married an awesome guy. I love that you guys are setting such a fantastic example. I also love the fact that as we celebrate this country, it gives me an opportunity to celebrate some people who really make this country fantastic. There's nothing about the two of you that screams ego or diva or anything like that. You are as down to earth as the person working the corner store down the street, and I thank you both for that. And I thank you both for giving us, like I said, the gift of your music. And this is a Canada Day Eve that I will not soon forget. I would love to know, for everybody watching, what is your favorite Raine Maida song, or your favorite Our Lady Peace song, or your favorite Chantal Kreviazuk song? You know, mine's Time. Let's start a dialogue. Let's talk about it, because it'll keep my mind off of the fact that the Moon vs. Sun album hasn't dropped yet, and maybe by the time we get this dialogue going, next thing I know, it'll be poof, it'll be here. I'm really excited. I can't wait for you guys to release it. And more so, I can't wait for you to come back to Ottawa. Thank you all for checking this out. As always, you can reach out to me on Twitter at CFL_fan, Facebook.com/WittyWhittier, and WittyWhittier.com. Thank you so much for checking this out. My name is Keith, and I'll talk to you soon.